Hey, I'm Maddie from Milestone Photography. So happy to have you here. I have a birth photography business that focuses on capturing your most precious moments during birth and labour so that you can relive them forever. You can find me at www.milestonephotography.co.nz. Today I'm here to talk to you about one of the biggest topics leading into birth, and that is our fear of pain. It is so common. I'm sure there's not one mum out there that doesn't think about how they're going to manage the pain. What will the pain feel like? What will the pain do to my body? Today I have something specific that I'm going to speak to. I'm going to speak to a pain relief option that's out there that is 100% natural. It's not medicalized, but it does have a whole lot of research behind it, and it's rooted deep in Chinese medicine, and that's acupressure. So grab a cup of tea, a coffee, a beer, and sit back. Let's dig in. This comes from way back in Chinese medicine, ancient Chinese medicine. They've done this for years, hundreds of years. And the belief is that there is energy flow through our body, a kinetic chain which all has different energy points. And we can trigger those energy points with pressure externally on our body. Traditional acupressure shares roots with acupuncture, which is Chinese medicine also, and that is done with little needles. You may have had this from your physiotherapist or your chiropractor. It's a very common practice in today's medical world. But instead of using needles, with acupressure you use pressure or force externally onto your body. Acupressure has two main reasons for providing relief during an episode of pain. The first one, when you put pressure on those pressure points, you release endorphins. Endorphin is a hormone that is released and sends a message to calm your body. So endorphins are very calming hormones. So when we're in pain, if we trigger endorphins, we're going to be able to calm our system. The second one is based on a concept called gateway theory. And gateway theory believes or speaks to the fact that the brain can only hold a certain amount of sensory information. It can only focus on one stimuli at a time. Because the brain only has limited capacity to focus on one stimuli at a time, one area of our body that is in pain, if we provide it with another area of pain to focus on, there is research saying and supporting that the other pain will decrease. And that's where today's item that I'm bringing to you comes in. This here is called an acupressure spiky ball. You can see all of the tiny little spikes on this ball, all meant for putting pressure on your pressure points. So the theory goes that when we're in pain, specific to birth, this is the setting that we're going to talk about because that's what's relevant to me and hopefully to you if you're reading this as well. We're having contractions, our intensity is starting to increase, we've got these pain receptors coming to our brain telling us that we are in pain. We grab these little beauties and we put them in the palm of our hand, just in between this part here and this part up here, so they sit in there, and we wrap our hands around them and we squeeze. Now you may have seen people using a birth comb. It's the same concept. These are better because there is more spikes. There's spikes everywhere. You can get a wider surface area of your hand. You can target those pressure points, and you squeeze. So you have it in your hand as your contraction's coming, squeeze that ball, hold on to it. If you have two, these ones come in a set, both hands, the more the better. Let's mess up the pain receptors, tell the brain that we have more than one stimuli. So squeeze and hold that pressure on. Once your contractions have finished or ended, you can take the pressure off. When the contraction comes, you just do the exact same thing. Wrap those hands around and squeeze. After I've used it, you can see the tiny little imprints that are left behind on my hand. That's not bad. That's not a bad thing. Okay, your skin will return to normal. It's just the pressure that's been applied to the skin. I would suggest having a go with these before it comes to your labour. You don't want to be using them for the first time during your labour. There's also recommendations of using them for massage postpartum. You can use them for tension in your shoulders and in your jaw. Often when we're breastfeeding, we don't know it, but we hold a lot of tension in our shoulders and our jaw. These are great for releasing some of that tension. I hope that's helped you today, and if you would like to get some of these, I'm going to put a link below where you can get your hands on them. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.